Hello guys, this is Mason from Home Host. Today I want to talk about house hacking. Probably you've heard of it before. If you haven't, I want to break it down in this video. House hacking will help you out to be able to save as much as possible, probably subsidize big part of your mortgage or possibly cover the entire mortgage, or you can even get a little bit of saving after paying everything. The chance of you also looking for financial freedom is pretty high. That's why you're watching this video. This is our goal to quitting 9 to 5, replacing it with real estate investment. This is something that is possible. It has worked out for many people, and this recipe would work for everyone who's looking for financial freedom or early retirement or quitting 9 to 5. The reason I'm saying quitting 9 to 5, not that is everyone hating their 9 to 5. You don't have to hate your 9 to 5 job to look for quitting it. But most of us basically work for 9 to 5 job because we have to, not because we just purely want to. Lots of us were lucky to have a career, and lots of us, we just have a job. If we even have a career, basically the best is giving you the option of working for that job if you want to. This house hacking project that we're doing, it will help me out that even if I get fired tomorrow, I'll be fine. I can live basic life with no problem, no stress, and I can just get by. So what's house hacking? The definition of house hacking means you buy a property between 1 unit to 4 unit and put as low down payment of a 3.5 to 5%. So you're going to live in it and rent out part of it. That will either cover your mortgage or drastically reduce your cost of living. So you can redo this process every year and grow your portfolio investment. The reason I'm saying 1 to 4 unit is if you want to live in a property, it has to be 4 or below unit in it. That means you can't go get 5 or 6 or 10 unit in it. Otherwise, it will be investment. So the most common type of house hacking is multi-family units. So you can buy a duplex or triplex or quadplex. So you can live in one unit and rent out the other units. It can be obviously short-term rental or long-term rental. It depends on how it works out for you. Obviously, long-term rental, it's less headache in it, but the return on investment is longer. And short-term rental happens to bring more cash flow to your property. So we're mostly focusing on short-term rental. Another form of house hacking is you have a single-family house and you live in one room and rent out the other rooms. So if you have, I don't know, if it's a 3-bedroom house or 4-bedroom house, you can live in 1 bedroom and rent out the other rooms. I would assume this works out a little easier if you're single. If you have wife or husband and kids, it would be slightly more difficult to bring strangers to your house.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Then this is not going to work probably the best way possible for those who are not single. But that's totally a possibility, and especially it works out really well for people that they live in downtowns. So a lot of business activities happen. If someone looking for 1 night, 2 night, or 3 nights, a place to just stay at, then they can rent out your room, or even you can just rent it long term. If it's just, I don't know, especially if you're in a near campus or something like that, it works out really well. Another form of house hacking would be turning your garage to studio. So you can add a separate entrance to it, so they don't have to go inside the house or from the parking garage door. So you can add an entrance to it, add a bathroom to it and kitchenette or something like that, and make it proper and nice, and definitely you can just rent that one out. There are many people are doing it, and it subsidizes a big chunk of their mortgage. I think it's really smart idea to do that, and it's not really costly to do that. So this is a really good form of house hacking. Another cool way of house hacking is you can have, if you have a backyard, if you have a little bit of landscape, or especially if you have a view, you can park RV or Airstream in your backyard. You can create a really cool landscape for it. You can go, add some lights and barbecue or a hot tub or whatever in it. Go creative, and that's not really also costly. People would love that idea. If you have a view, definitely this works out really well, and you can just charge a premium price. Another form is build a tiny house in your land. If you have a big of a land, if you have a nice sized backyard, and if you have right zoning, you can build a tiny house in your backyard, and that will be probably one of the best way to do house hacking, because it will add a lot of equity to your property, and you can charge a really good price for it, and you can go super creative with it. There are a lot of companies that you can do prefab, A-frames, all of those tiny house builders. The downside is a bit of time to get this thing working. It would also require some capital to build this property or build this tiny house. And also you have to have a right zoning. Not everywhere allows you to build a tiny house in your backyard. But if you do, you definitely should look into it. Another form is find a house, a single family that has a guest house in it. So you can live in the main house and rent out the guest house. This is probably one of the most common house hacking that you can do. Obviously, the downside is it's slightly harder to find a house that has a guest house. But if you can find that, which are plenty of options that you can find, you just have to start searching. You can even go in Redfin or Zillow and start searching for a keyword, and that keyword could be guest house, mother-in-law unit, or whatever it is, and then you can start searching those houses. Or you can have a single family house with a guest house, and if that guest house is big enough, you can live in the guest house and rent out the main house. So this is what we're doing here. That was main reason we went above and beyond for this house to make it happen. It was above our budget. We had to really crunch ourselves. We had to go through our saving. I don't know, we had to sell our cryptos or whatever. But the reason for that was the guest house was big enough for us that we can live in it, and under it is a parking garage, two-car parking garage that I turned into my workshop, so I can do whatever I want. I can bear pin it, no problem. And my wife works upstairs, so we have enough space, and we can Airbnb the main house. The main house is 4-bedroom. It's about 4,000 square feet. It has 2 big size sunroom and 4-bedroom that you can sleep probably around 10 people. Because this house was a little bit more towards luxury upscale, we decided to go also luxury on furniture and all the amenities that we can add. We're planning to go a little bit more premium on this house. It was basically one shot that we had, and we wanted to shoot it perfectly. So we're predicting this house based on its location, which is 10-15 minutes away from the beach. It's right next to Caloosahatchee River. It's near the downtown. Lots of cool restaurants and bars, and I don't know, it's near the marina. Country club is next to it. So we're thinking it's a prime location, especially for high season time. And if we're aiming for 10 people in a luxury house, based on the calculation and analysis that we have ran before, we're thinking this house is going to go about 20 to 25 nights a month. And then we can just probably, on average, we can go $550 to $600 a night. It can go probably $700-800 a night if it's a high season during holidays. Not only it's going to cover our mortgage, also it's going to give us some saving because we don't have to pay any rent or mortgage. It will give us the opportunity to save everything we have, including our salaries, and then quickly buy the next one. What are the downside of house hacking? To me, the main downside is probably dealing with privacy. issues, because you're bringing strangers all the time to your property. Even if you have a different entrance, you will still bringing people in your property. And if they party, I don't know if they're loud, if they turn up the music, or do anything annoying, or if they block the driveway so you can take your car out. But definitely with a little bit of creativity, you can solve all of those issues. Of course, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but comfort shouldn't be our goal, because comfort zone means you stay in one place for a long time, and it's not really associated with progress. So if you're looking to advance your life, it's okay to be a little bit uncomfortable, but if you manage to handle that, it will put you a lot ahead. This is the best way to walk towards financial freedom, early retirement, or anything, even if extra saving you're looking for. So how can you get into house hacking? If you already have a house, then just definitely look into one of these ways that we talked about. If you don't have one, start saving, because you don't need a lot of saving. You just need 3.5%. And if you already have a little bit of saving, or thinking you should do it or you should not do it, or it's going to be difficult, it's not going to be difficult, you have to start searching for the right property and snatch that deal. And don't wait for a perfect deal to happen. You shouldn't really get into analysis paralysis. You shouldn't just wait for the most perfect value that you can find. I believe you should just find a house that is pretty turnkey, so you're not going to waste a lot of time listing it. Another tip is, if you are in a process of purchasing a house, probably after appraisal, the chance of your house going through is going to be a lot. So don't wait for getting the key. If you want to go short-term rental, then start searching for a design, start ordering furnitures in. If you are looking for long-term rental, then start listing up your property in apartment.com, Trulia, or whatever it is, Zillow. But right after appraisal, start listing it. If you're looking for any house specifically that you want some extra pair of eyes with a lot of experience on it, please leave it in the comment or reach out to me on my email. I'll definitely be happy to look into it and give you my insight on it. I hope you found value in this video. I hope this video encourages you to take action and cleared up some question for you. If you did find value in it, please like it and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.